The billionaire CEO rushed to attend his own wedding. To his shock, he found his daughter being cruelly mistreated at the engagement party. Furious, he immediately asked his dying daughter, begging her to tell him who hurt her. Everyone present was so terrified, they didn't dare make a sound. No one expected the girl they had mistaken for a mistress was actually the CEO's biological daughter who had just returned to the country. It turned out that 2 hours earlier, the CEO, who had been single for 20 years, had never considered remarriage just to raise his daughter properly, until his beloved daughter convinced him to let go of the past. So the CEO found himself a fiancée more than 10 years younger. That very day was their engagement banquet. When the daughter heard the news, she rushed back to the country to attend her father's engagement party, planning to bless her widowed father and his new wife. Later, when the CEO was helping his daughter check into her hotel, that exact moment was witnessed by his fiancée's best friend. She quickly snapped a photo of the scene and sent it to the CEO's fiancée, immediately calling to say the CEO had brought a mistress to a hotel on their engagement day. The fiancée saw the photo on her phone and nearly lost control with rage. She was instantly consumed with murderous anger and rushed to the hotel with her best friends, but the CEO had no idea that this misunderstanding would nearly cost the life of his beloved daughter. At that moment in the hotel room, the daughter had prepared a gift worth over $100 million for the stepmother she had never met, as well as a set of baby supplies she picked out herself, planning to present them at the banquet as a blessing. The CEO asked her to hold off on giving the baby clothes until she met her stepmother in person. The girl nodded in agreement. She had never met the woman, but she trusted her father's judgment and was willing to fully accept the new family. The CEO was deeply touched by his daughter's thoughtfulness and decided on the spot to let her return and inherit the family business. He personally handed her the employee badge he had long prepared. Seeing his daughter so supportive of the marriage, the CEO finally breathed a sigh of relief. Soon after, the daughter walked him out so he could get ready for the banquet, but just as she stepped out of the room, she ran into the fiancé who had just arrived, which instantly led the women to believe he had just been with his mistress. Leaving the fiancé utterly humiliated in front of her friends, she flew into a murderous rage, stormed forward and kicked open the door. Before the girl could react, they dragged her into the room and began beating her mercilessly. The fiancé gave her no chance to explain. Her friend pulled out a phone and started live streaming, cursing the girl loudly and calling her a mistress. The girl struggled to speak the truth. She wasn't a mistress. She was the CEO's biological daughter. The fiancé froze. She remembered the man indeed had a daughter who had been away for years, but her best friend insisted that was impossible, claiming she had heard the CEO call her his little lover. Only then did the girl realize the misunderstanding came from that one phrase. Just as she was about to explain, the CEO happened to call.